If you've ever imagined living in a space that combines the raw, rustic charm of a barn with the daring, eclectic aesthetic of maximalism, then you're in the right place. Today, we're exploring everything you need to know about the Maximalist Barndominium, from its origins to its boldest design elements, and how you can bring this look into your own home. The popularity of barndominiums has skyrocketed over the last few years, and for good reason. Originally used as a practical way to convert barns into living spaces, barndominiums have evolved into stunning homes that blend industrial functionality with creative, eye-catching decor. And with the maximalist trend taking the design world by storm, it's no surprise that many homeowners are combining these two movements to create homes that are truly one of a kind. But what exactly is a maximalist barndominium? Let's start by breaking it down. Before we dive into barndominiums, let's talk about maximalism itself. At its core, maximalism is about embracing excess. It's the opposite of minimalism, where less is more. Instead, maximalism is about more is more. It's all about filling your space with items that reflect your personality, your travels, and your tastes. Whether that's bold patterns, bright colors, unique art pieces, or a mixture of modern and vintage furniture, maximalism allows you to layer textures, experiment with contrast, and blend seemingly mismatched elements to create a space that feels vibrant, alive, and unapologetically unique. Imagine walking into a room where no two corners look the same, but everything still feels cohesive and intentional. That's the beauty of maximalism. In the context of a barndominium, maximalism brings a warm, welcoming chaos to what might otherwise be a stark, industrial setting. It transforms open spaces, wood beams, and metal finishes into a canvas for artistic expression. The high ceilings of a barndominium, for instance, offer an opportunity for dramatic chandeliers, large statement art, and even oversized furniture that adds to the overall grandeur of the home. Now that we've defined maximalism, let's shift our focus to the barndominium. The term itself is a combination of barn and condominium, and while the idea of living in a barn might seem unconventional to some, it's actually rooted in practicality. Originally, barndominiums were created as a way for farmers and ranchers to turn their barns into functional living spaces. They'd use part of the barn for livestock or equipment, and the rest for family living. Fast forward to today, and the barndominium has become a symbol of modern rustic living. With its wide open spaces, exposed beams, and blend of industrial and natural materials, the barndominium appeals to homeowners looking for a unique, spacious, and customizable home. What makes the barndominium so appealing to maximalists? The sheer flexibility of the space. The open floor plan, common to most barndominiums, creates the good canvas for layering decor, art, and furniture. Maximalist design thrives on openness, which allows homeowners to arrange and rearrange items to their heart's content. Without the constraints of traditional walls and narrow hallways. Now let's get into the fun part, the design elements that define a maximalist barndominium. If you're dreaming of creating a maximalist space in your own barndominium, here are some key features to consider. One, eclectic color schemes. Forget neutral tones. Maximalist Barndominiums are all about bold, vibrant colors. Think deep jewel tones like emerald green, sapphire blue, and ruby red, mixed with metallics, warm woods, and splashes of unexpected hues. These colors not only highlight the rustic elements of the barn structure, but also add a modern, luxurious twist. Two, layering textures. One of the best ways to embrace maximalism is by layering textures. Soft velvet couches next to rough wooden tables, metal light fixtures hanging from exposed wood beams, plush rugs over polished concrete floors. Mixing and matching textures creates a tactile experience that feels rich and dynamic. Inviting visitors to touch, sit, and linger. 3. Vintage meets modern. Barndominiums often have tall ceilings and large open areas, which can make lighting a challenge. In a maximalist home, lighting is more than just functional, it's decorative too. Large chandeliers, multiple lamps, and even decorative candles can add layers of light and visual interest to the space.